Okay, so it's taking me so long to make the review, which is what this video is going to be, is a review, is because I've spent like a week or like, yeah, something like that. I don't know how long it's been trying to
Someone
fix
better be listening, cause I'm in deep
up
shit out here.
trying to do the combination video that I do every time, or I did for season one, and I couldn't do it because episode one, season two corrupted, and no matter what I do, it just won't uncorrupt. So we're just not gonna have a combination video for season two. So it's fun. So instead, we're just gonna go straight to our uh, review of season two. So season one focused a lot, or my review of season one focused a lot of the and I've gone brain dead, structure of how the episodes were structured for the first two seasons. This one's actually going to focus a lot more on who Clementine is becoming within the seasons. So, by the end of season two, the end of season one, I mean, Clementine is still a sub-innocent child. She hasn't really, like, kind of experienced the real world yet.
Maybe someone would want this.
And this, you can tell this because, like, so Lee's over there, like, protecting her, and then but he's not, like, telling her the truth about stuff. But then you have the stranger,
If I do.
who's, like, a friendly voice. You know how, child kidnappers who will, like, get a hold of children that way? Yeah, kind of like that. That's exactly like that. So,
Really bad for us. Can you come over?
Sorry, can't carry that.
that's how,
That's not.
but because that happens,
That was the last one. Fire in the hole!
you can tell how Clementine, like, evolves, and she gets more closed off and shut off from people in the second season almost immediately after Omi dies. And that's another thing, is that Omi dies instantly. You start the season off and Omi fucking dies. And so, because she doesn't, like, keep a hold of her belongings properly, and she leaves stuff lying around, and because of that, Omi dies. So you can see that she's blaming herself for that one. And,
I
well,
can't keep this up.
so she's immediately, like, cut off, reserved, doesn't trust people, which is why at the house, at the cabin, when she meets the cabin group, her, like, immediate disposition is, I can leave.
I only have one left.
I don't need to stay. So you can tell as how she evolves, and, like, but the only reason that she made it as far as she did is because of Chuck. Who, and this has been said a lot, but Chuck is the one who, like, kind of woke Lee up and was like, "You're not doing what's best here. Yeah, it may seem like you're protecting her, but in reality, you're actually shielding her, and it's not helping in the end." And because Lee actually took this advice, it actually saved Clementine in multiple situations. So, without Chuck,
Time to give your neighbor a hand. Or two.
it actually would have ended a lot worse for Clementine, because Lee, if you didn't notice, was actually living off of borrowed time. Lee, because of, it's a story of,
Real short of patience with some people. What a load of bullshit.
okay, Lee was living off of borrowed time because of his, I wouldn't say choices in life, but it definitely gave him a redemption. Clementine gave him a redemption, but it couldn't save him, really, in the end. He's kind of thing like the universe needed to even the field, which is why Carly also died. Carly and or Doug, whoever you saved there, died as well because of that same thing. So, but Clementine was the chance for redemption from the universe, and that's also why the stranger is like freaking out, because he was the stand-up civilian. Why did his life fall apart? Where Lee is the murderer, and his life actually came together in the apocalypse. So, there's a lot of that stuff, but we're working on season 2. So, at the end of season 2, when we have the fight between the showdown between Kenny and Jane, we can see that if you choose Jane, your Clementine now prioritizes survival over anything, and then if you choose Kenny, then your Clementine will actually prioritize loyalty over everything. And then if you go alone, then your Clementine finds everyone untrustworthy and trusts nothing and prioritizes stability over own self-stability over everything, which is okay, I guess. Better than Jane ending, I'll tell you that much. So, which is why the third season, which is what we're going into here in a second or later on, is why the third season is important. And people don't realize it, is because now you get to see who Clementine, and that's why the third season is like one of the reasons you don't play as Clementine in the third season, is because you need to see who Clementine has become based on your actions in the second season as Clementine and who you win with. So that's why you play as Javi, is so that you can get an outsider perspective of who Clementine is becoming, because her actions in the series are different. In the third season, are different from dependent on ending. Like, if you chose the alone ending, she loses a finger type thing, and that spirals into stuff in the fourth season too. There are parts of that in the fourth season as well that affects. So all this stuff really does have an impact upon what's going on, and it is really like a catalyst thing. Like, this one action reveals all this stuff that happens later. And you can actually see like the process of how things went to from what.
Hey, you think anyone around here knows who these tags belong to?
Why don't you get on the radio and see if somebody can help?
Hey, if anyone's listening,
Bruh.
I just found a set of army dog tags in downtown Marshall. If the name Roberson means anything to you, give me a call.
So
Did you just say you found those tags in Marshall? Can you come by and show them to me? I think I know who they belong to.
I'm on my way to you.
holy. So like, oh god. And I lost my train of thought. But the side characters like Chuck end up actually being way more important than people suspect. Or being
I have to slow down.
more important than people suspect. A lot of my commentary in the third season is going to end up being centered around choices, really, and what they mean for Clementine. For the third season, I plan on having almost perfect survival rates. The only person who I plan on having die is David, and that's because I just don't like David. So, it should be interesting once we get there. You will. There are also some interesting things in the second book, which I haven't finished yet, but I'm getting close to, that I will talk about in my book review too. But other than that, that's basically all I have to say. I will be doing a full review at the end of everything. At the very end of everything. To like bring it all together. So look forward to that, I suppose. But I will catch you in episode 3.